Hospitals and Palantir, do they really go together? You betcha, you betcha. Palantir's commercial business has grown big time since going into the hospital department in the last 2 years, with 10% of its revenue in the US commercial coming from the hospital health environment. Unbelievable, yes, Palantir. Who would have thought? So in this video, we're going to look at the Cleveland Clinic. They revolutionized the whole business for Palantir, as well as the Tampa company hospital as well, Tampa General. That was a part of the study. How do you think Palantir got into here? Well, I'm going to explain to it right here, right now at Financial Guru. Hey guys and gals, welcome to the channel. Let's get to it. Palantir in the hospital sector. Yes, the Cleveland Clinic is the largest hospital system in Ohio. Now, through the Rona pandemic and until now, it was a concern, or has been a concern for a long time in the hospital industry, that not having enough beds to cover the sick when needed, with the population growing and the sickness of people just getting older and older, needing more hospital care. So one of the clinical medical directors, PAPIS, for Admission and Transfer Center at Cleveland Clinic, had the belief that they need to look at AI technology. And this is where Palantir comes in with their software that could make the day-to-day lives of the nurses and doctors a whole lot easier with the use of the Palantir software. So she convinced the emergency department to try Palantir's software. And to her relief, the Palantir system blew them away with success. And what happened? They were able to produce and predict how many people were going to get discharged each and every day with the number of incoming patients, and being able to do that was huge for the Cleveland Clinic. Because without the Palantir system in the past, they had that hourly communication throughout the day and night to understand how many patients are in the building and out of the building, and if they had enough beds to cope with it. From the start of the project in 2021, within just 2 years for Palantir, the hospital operations, as I said before, have taken over 10% of the US commercial revenue. So what Palantir software does is translates the high complex data into simple information, even a reality TV personality can understand. Just kidding. So healthcare workers could use the information to help them make decisions around resource allocation, which indeed helped with real-time information being able to be gathered crucial for staffing, including waiting times as well as the hospital bed usage. Shyam Saka from Palantir, the Chief Technology Officer, believes Palantir has 13% of all the beds in the US in the hospital environment, and he wants to see that grow substantially. In terms of the hospital, nurses and physicians are experiencing a high level of burnout, including staff shortages across the whole US, have put huge pressure on the hospital environment, trying to keep with the rising age of the elderly, meeting more and more hospital beds are needed each and every year. They need, in 2021, it's believed that at the peak of the Rona, 63% of all physicians reported burnout in 2021, up 38% from 2020, according to the Annual Medical Association. Companies across the medical and technology fields were looking for software solutions to help their business productivity and where they can save money or increase profits. But they had a big major issue that most of these companies failed to deliver on, and that was understanding the core business needs. That is why Palantir got the nod, because the Cleveland Clinic believed that Palantir wanted to do the best thing for the business, not for themselves. So they listened to their clients, they got the job done. So obviously a lot of companies, they thought it wasn't worth the effort, and that's still the issue they're having at the moment. Is it really worth the time and effort? Palantir are looking to solve that. And how they solved it with Tampa General, it took them 12 weeks to get their operation up and running, and only 8 weeks for the Cleveland Clinic. They wanted it rushed, they got it done. But one of the absolutely things astonishing to me is the hospital staff in the 21st century were still using archaic methods. Yes, indeed, absolutely Stone Age sort of stuff here, while individually, manually putting in operation data entry onto spreadsheets. And that is still happening in a lot of businesses at the moment with slow productivity. And configuring this information using paper and whiteboards. Craziness, folks. In the years and the productivity of AI that's absolutely blowing up, this is going to be interesting future ahead. So what is the future for the system? Will there be job losses? That was the big fear at the Cleveland Clinic. At this stage, there hadn't been any job losses, but I can tell you right now, there will be. When you can have an AI computer just run all your systems for you, you're going to not need a lot of people. And it's not just the hospital sector, it's all sectors. So research analysis, gone. It's all going to be done by AI. Administration work is going to be, see you later, all be done by AI. Problem solvers, there's going to be some of it, but there's going to be a lot of that taken away by this technology. So instead of paying an employee, they can invest in the system, and the system will just keep on delivering them results. Whether it's the right thing, does it make free thinking go away? You're trusting a system. Is the system perfect? It's probably not perfect. It's the only question mark you got to think about with any system. And only as good as the information that's been given. So it'll be interesting to see how the future develops with Palantir and this technology. Interesting, since this venture in the health sector, Palantir has grown their healthcare team from originally only 4 employees. Now it's up to 50 employees within 2 years. Absolutely booming business, and this is going to be good for Palantir shareholders to see their price go up, with 10% of the US commercial revenue just coming from this alone. And it could be 20% come another year or two. They really are exploding in this field. And the question mark is, can they get to 50% of the market share in the US hospital industry? Will be interesting to see. Imagine all that money rolling into Palantir, and you as the investor are absolutely loving it. But obviously for Palantir, they've got to get their whole system into gear, and then get the middle class and the lower and the smaller businesses in as well on the big rise to the top for Palantir. Well, that's a little bit of the journey about what's happening with Palantir in the hospital industry. I hope you enjoyed it there, my Palantirians out there. We strive for a better tomorrow as we build the knowledge and finance to build wealth well into the future. Thank you for joining me here at Financial Guru. You are the greatest. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel because you are the greatest. And I will return with another video shortly. Have a lovely day out there.